City podcast TV channel. Appreciate the entertainment that you hear. This is gonna be episode 43. I said last was 42 part 1. It's supposed to be 43 part 1. So it's a correction. This is 43 part 2. Inspiration. This is my little inspiration I do every morning. You get inspired by the words of God, and it's getting moved and stuff. So instead today, I'm gonna give you a little inspiration, get your day started. You hear me? And let's talk about storms. We all go through them, and trusting in God, the best thing you do is you go through storms. Give you perfect peace. You hear me? But everybody go through. Check it out.
Many of you are going through storms. Maybe a storm on your job, storm in your marriage, storm with your kids, storm with your parents, storm with your physical being, storm with your finances. Storms that we don't invite, storms that come from people we think that love us, storms that come from seemingly nowhere, but there they are.
So what do you do when everything you trusted in collapses in a storm? How do you prepare for a sudden change in your life? And how do you recover when life hits you on the blind side? And some of you know what that feels like. What do you do after a lifetime of hard work and dedication and commitment and loyalty? How do you change your vocation and skills suddenly when they release you from your job? When all your skills that you learned, they don't need anymore? What do you do when the rug is pulled up from under you, as we all know is happening to so many people? How do you face the family you once left behind to go back home because you couldn't pay the rent and that mortgage and you have to go live with your parents again?
The storm has many origins. The answer is only one. You can't bring anything to God that's too big for Him. You cannot. You can't bring anything to God that's too heavy for Him. He can handle it. You can't bring anything to God for which He does not have a perfect answer every single time. He will make your way clear. He will give you a sense of confidence and boldness and assurance that you can stand anything that comes your way. And sometimes God allows very difficult situations in life to do what? To grow us up. And I think that if God allows a storm in your life, that His ultimate purpose is to bring you out stronger.
A storm, this kind of trial, is an unexpected circumstance that invades your life where you don't know if you're going to make it or not. But let me tell you something else about a storm. A storm is always designed to increase your faith and give you a deeper experience with your God. Storms aren't pleasant, they aren't comfortable, and sometimes they can be life-threatening, but they always come with a purpose.
A storm in your life can destroy you, or it can develop you. It can build your strength, your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, your commitment, your devotion, your faith, your serenity, your peace, your joy in your life. That is, some storms, when God gets through working them into our life, we're just so much better off. We're cleaner, we're purer, there's more peace, there's more joy, because you're in the center of the will of God. So sometimes they develop us, sometimes they destroy us. He doesn't want a storm to destroy us. And the truth is, only when we allow Satan to get a grip on us in the times of difficulty will it happen. All kinds of storms come, and they come in different seasons in life.
But what I like about life is God says that as long as the earth endures, there'll be seed time and harvest and cold and heat and summer and winter, and there'll be day and night, and these will never cease. God says as long as the earth remains, there will be seed time and harvest time. There will be some dark nights, but there will be days coming afterwards. There will be winter, it'll be cold, but I promise you, He says, there will be summer. Some of you are in the season of plenty right now, others broke. But let me tell you something about seasons. If you broke now, I guarantee you can't be broke forever. In other words, seasons are controlled by God. That makes me very comfortable. Because whether it is raining or sunshine, God is in control. Ecclesiastes 3 says, to everything there is a season, and to every purpose there is only a time under heaven. In other words, everything is seasonal. That means that no matter what you go through, it cannot last. Seasons are important because seasons guarantee change. Seasons give hope. Nothing remains the same in a season. Seasons are always temporary, and the key to life is outlasting the season. In other words, seasons are always moving and never respond permanently to a temporary problem. This is very important because when you are in a dark moment, sometimes you think that that's a permanent address. But never make a permanent decision to try and solve a temporary problem. This is what happens in divorce many times in a marriage. You go through a very tough moment. I mean, hell on earth. Believe me, you got a choice. Am I going to make a permanent decision at this point? Or am I going to outlast this season and make it through this dark moment? It happens with friendships. It happens with even jobs. It happens with business. Sometimes you want to quit the business. Life is so tough. But everything is seasonal. And that's the encouragement of life.
God never wants your circumstances. He doesn't want you to deny them. A storm is a storm. You don't call it a sunshine day. A storm is reality. But he never wants your circumstance to trump his word. Not only does he not want your circumstance to trump his word, he doesn't want your circumstance to trump his presence. Because he's on the boat too. And so Jesus speaks to the problem, and when he speaks to the problem, there is a circumstantial change. Trials, as inconvenient and as painful as they are a journey of discovery of who you're dealing with.
And no matter what you're going through, you can mark this down. There is a promise in the Word of God that will match what storm you're going through. This infinite God of ours, who gave us the revelation of himself, because he's omniscient, watch this, he knew every single kind of storm that could ever come upon humanity, from Adam and Eve in the garden to this present day, until he comes back and wraps it all up. He knows all about all storms. So therefore, when he gave us his word, how many storms does his word cover? All of them. You cannot think of one he does not consider.
Know that storms are natural. Stop being shocked that things are tough. Can I say it again? Stop being shocked that things are tough. Stop being shocked that you lost your job. Stop being shocked that the business is going through a tough time. Why? Storms are natural. Storms are temporary. There's no permanent hurricane. There's no permanent earthquake. There's no permanent tsunami. There's no permanent cyclone. They are all temporary. Storms confirm how strong you are. No matter how much you claim you got faith, storms will test whether you got it or not. Storms reduce you to God again.
Well, what anchors you? When a storm hits you, what anchors you? Or do you just drift along with it? The Word of God is our anchor. Now think about this for a moment. Storms are inevitable. Our anchor is immovable. It doesn't move. It doesn't change. It anchors us solid to the rock of Christ. The Word of God anchors our storm. Now watch this. Because he is omniscient, all-knowing, he knows where I am in the storm. Because he's omnipresent, he's with me wherever I am in the storm. And because he's omnipotent, he has the power to bring me through the storm. That is the anchor. How do I know?
Hi, Brick City Entertainment Podcast, episode 42. Inspiration, things I do every morning. Get that word of God in me. start my day, you know, stress-free. But yeah, you know, we go through storms all the time. And we need to edify and encourage each other. We don't be judgmental on our loved ones and our families and our friends. So, something new, you hear me, we'll hit you with that. But you know, next time I'll speak to you. But Brick City Park. It's episode 43, part 2. Inspirational. Just keep God first in everything. Get back at ya.